Alright. Everything is working and everything's sent out. Hey guys, how you doing? Hi, it's me, Tech. Hi, it's Tech Turncoat. How you doing? Um, I have obviously been going through my older recordings, and I want to try and keep the yapping down this time. So we're just going to go straight into it because I generally want to be this to be more streamlined, I guess. And we have a lot to go through. So there was minor and also significant changes between. So if you're a first time watcher for one reason or another, I am doing a reading here on Twitch of the Rialta Nua version of Stay Night in Heaven's Feel, which basically means that it got under the pass in editing, and also it had a lot of the stuff that they weren't really super. The H scenes. They took out all the H scenes and replaced them with the replacement scenes. And sometimes they're better, honestly. Like this one, but we'll get to that later. Like a little bit later. And a lot of it's just tonal stuff. Like they changed how kind of evil Shinji was. He was a lot worse in the uncensored version, which that's fine. I don't really mind it either way. Anyway, but I am also doing a reading separately on a different computer of the uncensored version, the original version from what is it, 2001? I don't remember. And it's something, guys. Let me tell you. Here, it's a lot of. So there's a lot of. One of the things that they took out, and it's kind of the first bullet point that I have here, is that they remove in the quote-unquote original version. Sakura explicitly states that she was sexually abused in the adoptive home, and her body was had stuff done to it by Zokin's weird worms, and I'm not quite sure how much of this, which will let me kind of skirt by, so we're just going to move right along. There was like a really small but interesting one when Shirou is thinking about Sakura's kind of situation after they get back to the house. He says that we don't know when she'll be attacked by Zokin rather than discarded by him, which is small, but it is interesting that they decided to kind of reword it. And then the big change, which took up twice the size of my normal notes. Yeah, I don't know. So it's if you watched the last episode, it was the scene where Sakura goes and bites Shirou's finger and sucks the blood out of his finger for a while. And it's a good scene. It's a really good scene. But in the other version, it's well, she reminds him that the worm is very the crest worm in her is very is eating a lot of her mana, more than she can kind of make, I guess. And I don't the whole start is much different. She seems to feel like joy or relief when she could finally show Shiro the side of her she doesn't really like, and explicitly says that because of the tampering and training, her body and this is kind of like a more or less direct quote. Her body heats up and goes crazy unless she gets stuff from a mage. And as I'm saying this back, I'm like, how much can I say? Sakura is more composed, less busy. It's kind of weird, the entire thing, because She's not like weirdly anemic about the whole thing. She seems more put together, and the scene starts up, and she's not like collapsing into Shiro's arms. There's some weirdness about how he shouldn't give in, quote unquote, and say he loves Sakura, but I'm not really going to look into that further. Um, and Sakura wants Shiro to make love to her, and at first he's refusing, but he's persuasive, let's say. And they do it. It's the It may just be the writing quality, but Shiro sounds like he's having a terrible time, at least at first. He says he nearly vomits from the pleasure, and multiple times he says he's like scared of losing his composure. Um, it's very weird, guys. I'm not gonna lie, but I feel like I've already said too much, and I've already gone over what I've written down. So let's get into it. Like I said, this feels like it's gonna be a long one, so this might also be a two-parter. We will see. If it gets to like 2 hours, that's a hard stop. Heavens, sorry. February 9th. Heavens Feel. Hen. Dark Wood. Sleeping Beauty. I opened my eyes. While staring up at the ceiling, I raised my arm and let it fall to the futon. It's a bit heavy. I keep my eyes on the ceiling in a daze, not bothering to get up. My body feels dull. I'm not awake yet, and I feel like I need more rest. Even though it's morning already, I really don't feel like getting up. Why am I so tired? A lot certainly did happen yesterday, but I don't think what happened last night would make me this tired. I've been, like, training for nothing. It must be because I didn't really get that much sleep. I couldn't sleep really well. Well, my blood should get flowing once I start moving around. First of all, Sakura's in a worse state. And because she's pushing herself even harder, so I can't be resting just because I feel a bit tired. Mustering my resolve, I get from the futon. Ugh. And I get dizzy again. Now who's anemic? It's not because of fatigue. It's because of what I looked toward the doorway. I remember what happened last night. I have to get dressed. Crap. If this is causing me to blush, how the hell can I greet Sakura? You try your best. Alright, I'm going. It's alright. I've simulated it many times in my head. It's nothing difficult. I've beat it numerous times before, so it's weird to be nervous. Oh. Then, Sakura, who I thought would still be in the kitchen, is in the living room putting breakfast on the table. Good morning, senpai. Yeah, good morning, Sakura. Well, yeah. I try to say something, but my head is blank. Good morning, Sakura. This food sure looks good. I talk stupidly. Wait, this reading isn't any different from the early one. Idiot. Yes. Good morning, senpai. I think Sakura's response is the same as well. She looks at me in surprise, evidently thinking the same thing. To her, I must look the same way. Thinking about it makes me relax. We were both nervous, but we were looking forward to seeing each other. Well, it's the third one, but good morning, Sakura. I give her a natural smile and greet her again. The instant she sees me relax... Yes. Good morning, senpai. And so our awkward breakfast starts. Itadakimasu. Yes, itadakimasu. Even though we can do all the usual formalities, I'm still nervous. I eat restlessly. Sakura must have gotten over it, as she's eating in a good mood. Girl's just stronger in this regard? Is something wrong? Oh, do you want more miso soup? No, I'm still on my first bowl, thanks. But it's good. Yeah, it's really good. Yes, I'm confident in today's food, so I'm glad you like it. Her smile makes me choke. It's embarrassing to be blushing while Sakura's already composed, so I start eating to hide it. I put down the empty bowl. But the side dishes are still untouched. There was a lot I could think to do to finish the rice and miso soup. I don't want to think about eating anything else. But it can't be helped. Forgive me, Sakura. I want to get away from here and give myself a chance to calm down. Senpai, did you not like the breakfast today? Strategic retreat failed. It seems I'm the only one who didn't notice that there is no escape. I hand her the bowl silently. Oh, seconds? I made a lot, so please eat up. I take the refilled bowl and resume breakfast. I guess it can't be helped. I'll prepare myself. I just have to deal with the fact that I'm blushing, and I won't make excuses for looking at every move Sakura makes. But still... Sakura, isn't she a problem? What do you mean by that, senpai? She looks at me in wonder. In other words... Yeah, there she is. It seems that the presence of Ryder sitting silently next to her doesn't bother Sakura at all. Well, by problem... I take a look at Ryder. She must have realized she's out of place. You do not need to worry about me. Please go ahead and eat. Her elegance is a match for Sakura's. Huh? Are you feeling uneasy because of her, senpai? It seems so. We fought several times, after all. I'm sure having your better enemy at the table with you is uncomfortable. That's not true. Senpai doesn't hold a grudge against you. This is troubling. I really don't have a grudge against her, but she has rank of A+ in terms of people I really can't get along with. What shall I do? It seems he's not eating much because of me. I can leave if I'm annoying him. I'm saying it's not true. You don't mind even if Ryder's here, right, senpai? I'm troubled. I'm troubled, so... do you want something to eat, Ryder? To be honest, I can't figure out how to deal with her. But I already know Ryder's my ally. The reason I can't calm down is not that Ryder's here, it's that... aren't you going to eat, Ryder? Isn't it hard for you just to sit there when we're both eating? I really feel bad, because it feels like I'm forcing Ryder to fast. I believe she's mad for some reason. Why? Servants get hungry too, don't they? Saber ate a lot, even though she really didn't say much. She's different from us. I am not interested in how humans consume nutrition, and your manners do not suit me. Oh, you should have said so if you can't use chopsticks. Senpai? Hold on, I'm gonna go get dishes and a spoon for Ryder. Yes, then I'll make an omelet. That'll be quick, right? Sakura. It's alright. This is your first time eating, right?
You're going to be doing a lot of things for me, so please let me do at least this much.
Sakura happily says this and comes into the kitchen. Oh, how about we make some soup while we're at it? We still have some consam, right? Is that how you pronounce that? Consam.
Oh, that sounds good. We have some tomatoes, so let's make this in a flash.
Sakura starts to cook for Ryder. Ryder watches Sakura as she happily starts cooking. Take a little water break. Breakfast is over, and it's now 9 o'clock. I skipped school today. Things are getting serious, so I have no intention of going to school until the Holy Grail War ends. Also, there was like a big fucking thing at school. My only reason to go to school was to meet Tosaka. Now that that reason's gone, there's no meaning in going outside, and most of all, it's too dangerous to have Sakura go outside. Sakura's been looking healthy enough, but we don't know when she'd collapse like she did yesterday. Although she recovered thanks to Kotomina's treatment, she's walking a thin line. I don't know what Zoken intends to do. They can't let Sakura meet him in her unstable condition. If the crest worm is activated, it's all over. Shinji did it using a drug, but for Zoken, the one who put the crest worm there, it should be easy to activate it just by looking at her. Kotomine said it too, that Sakura won't last long. But I'm the only one who knows about this. I can't tell Sakura or Tosaka. I have to end the war before Sakura finds out what I'm doing. I don't have the power to save Sakura. But the Holy Grail, the thing that is said to grant any wish, should easily be able to save her.
Senpai, you're making a scary face and acting strange. We skipped school, so I think we can relax.
No, we should rest after the war. We have to think about how to win now.
Senpai, you still want to continue?
I'm taken aback by her uneasy tone. I vaguely understood, but Sakura doesn't want to fight. She should know the Holy Grail is the best way to cure her, but she's not even considering it. Hatred of battle. Sakura is terrified of harming others. She's right, and I have no intention of contradicting her. Sakura can stay that way. I'm the one who made her cry all this time. Therefore, it's my job to fight for her. Yeah, I'm gonna continue fighting. If we could talk it out, I'd do it, but we can't be saying that. I don't think Zoken will release you, and I'm sorry, but I can't give him the Holy Grail. There are 4 more masters. I'm going to make you win and have you use the Grail.
I'm happy to hear you say that, but can you fight Tosaka-senpai?
I'll fight her if she gets in our way. Well, I really want to entrust her with something as dangerous as the Grail. I'm sure she can manage it and save you as well.
Is that so? She's a mage. I don't think she'll think about someone as weak as me.
I mean, I can't say it's not true. Tosaka's a nice person, I already know that. But with that aside, Tosaka is a mage. Last night she said she'd kill Sakura. Even though that might have been the only choice at the time, she was willing to take it. So, if the Holy Grail turns out not to be able to save Sakura, she'd surely use the Grail. Hold on. She would certainly use the Holy Grail, something far superior to Archer, to kill Sakura. You're right. But still, Tosaka won't be able to do it. She can't kill you.
Eh? Why do you think so, senpai?
Well, I don't have any proof, but deep down, she's an amazing person. I bet the future she chooses is a really happy one where nobody has to die, so it's fine. Tosaka will surely save you in the end.
So, about Tosaka-senpai, you,
Hmm?
No, it's nothing. I'll believe in her if you say so.
Yeah, again, it'd be a shame to put everything on her shoulders, and I don't want to just hand it to her in any case. I want to be the one protecting you. I chose to lead Sakura's way, so I can't give that role to anyone else. I'm going to do my best to make Sakura happy.
Senpai, I appreciate your concern, but I don't think you're in a state to fight. Saber-san's gone, and you're enemies with Tosaka-senpai now. There's no need for you to involve yourself in the Holy Grail War, so please go back to your usual life. I don't want you getting hurt because of me.
Idiot. That's not your fault. I'm doing it because I want to, and it's not something I can withdraw from now. You should know that too, Sakura. I participated in this war as Saber's master. I didn't become a master because I was dragged into it. I became a master by choice. Yeah, yes and no. Then I can't withdraw now. I'll fight, even if I have to do it alone. I will see this conflict to its end. This is also my atonement for Saber, who lives her life fighting for my selfish goals.
Then, no matter what, you will...
I won't stop. So I think we need to come up with a plan of action. Is, cool with you, Ryder?
I do not mind. You're correct. What is your opinion, Sakura?
Sakura agrees with silence. Good. Seems she understands. Alright, we need a plan. For that... I glance at Ryder. I'm getting used to her presence, but I want to do something about this.
What is it?
It's about your eyes. Why don't you take off your blindfold when you're in the house? I mean, I know about your mystic eyes, so you don't need to hide them, right? Isn't it uncomfortable?
So, my beauty is being spoiled by its appearance?
To be honest, yeah. Your clothes may be fine, but isn't it hard to keep that blindfold on? You're beautiful, so why don't you take off that sultry thing? What are you thinking of, man?
That is what he says, Master. I shall consider it depending on what you say. No, absolutely not.
Huh? Wait. Why is Sakura objecting so desperately? Why? Doesn't it trouble you to have Ryder walking around blindfolded?
Not at all. First of all, she has mystic eyes. What would you do if you were affected by them on accident?
Would such a thing ever happen, Ryder?
Yes, my eyes are more like evil eyes. It will be difficult to keep from targeting you, even if I saved my magical energy.
Whoa, really? You can't control your own eyes?
No, hence my title. But I cannot hope for an effect equaling yesterday. You now know that my eyes are mystic eyes of petrification. This recognition weakens the effect that a surprise attack has, so you should petrify at a slower rate.
I see. So my body won't suddenly go numb like yesterday?
It would depend on the situation. The effect will be magnified if you let your guard down.
So I just have to not let my guard down, right? Then there's no problem. Even if I'm captivated, you're on my side, so you can dispel me right away.
Yes, I will not take your life. In that regard, there is no danger. No, I said no. Ryder's eyes aren't just to petrify others. You are right. Then I shall keep them sealed.
Sakura lets out a sigh of relief. Hmm? I don't really understand, but it seems Ryder's gonna keep the blindfold on. I see. It bothers me, but if that's what you want, I'll just have to deal with it.
Yes, I do not like my revealing my face. Please do not bring this up again.
Where did her previous lightheartedness go? Why are I suddenly acting cold now? She's hard to understand. I guess I can't get along with her all that well. Let's get back to topic. About our future course of action. First of all, you're not to go out of the house, Sakura. It's too dangerous for you to meet Token. I'll handle him.
That is a proper approach, but how will you defeat a mage? Do you have any thoughts?
I hesitate to answer if she asks me like that. There are several possibilities, but I haven't put any thought into any of them. That's... The choice will likely determine our fate. There are many choices. Of them, the most realistic and reliable method would be... I think I should cooperate with another master. She may not be our ally, but she may help us defeat Zoken, if we can tell her about the current situation.
Another master? Do you mean Tosaka-senpai?
No, it's not Tosaka. I know Berserker's master. Her name's Ilya, and I know she'll listen to me if I just go to her and talk. And to be honest, I really can't leave her by herself. Leaving Tosaka aside, I don't know what Zoken will do. He's the kind of guy that would implant a worm in Sakura and force her to fight. Ilya and Berserker would be many times stronger than Zoken in combat, but we're talking about that monster. I'm sure he'll use any means possible precisely because he can't beat them in combat. Even those two should be careful.
Berserker, you believe that mad warrior will become our ally?
Well, he may not become our ally, but they should at least overlook us for a while. And even if we can't cooperate, I want to warn them at the very least.
The girl that came to this town alone.
Ilya was raised as a master and crowned with the name Einstein, so she's not a total stranger to me.
I see. But, senpai, do you know where this Ilya person is?
Yeah, she showed me once before. I remember the way. It's a big forest, so I don't think it'll go exactly as planned. I should make it in about half a day.
Half a day? That means you're gonna set out now?
Yeah, they say to strike while the iron's hot, and if I head out now, I should be back by nightfall. I was pressed to make a decision, but good. Ilya helped me yesterday, so I want to thank her. And it might prove fatal for her if I don't tell her about Mata Zoken and that mysterious shadow. I'm gonna get going. I'll come back as quickly as possible, so you guys just rest in your room.
Okay, senpai. Then please at least take Ryder with you. She can protect you from anything that might happen.
Oh, yeah, that is safe for me. But I can't agree to that. Sakura is also in danger. No, she's in greater danger because she can't oppose Zoken if she meets him. No. You protect Sakura, Ryder. If Zoken comes, try to avoid battle since that uses your magical energy. Instead, parry Sakura and run away. I'm sure he can't catch up to you. Ryder nods obediently, apparently thinking the same thing. See? Ryder's saying the same thing. You'll be staying at home for today.
But it's dangerous for you too. That forest right now is...
Don't worry. I'll run away if I think it's dangerous. And Ilya isn't really interested in anyone that's not a master. It's not dangerous for me since I'm not a master anymore. Give me 1 second. Really? Interesting. I pat her on the shoulder and leave the living room. Well, I'll go to the shed first and maybe find something I can use as a weapon. Sakura sees me off as I go. A shinai bag with 2 wooden swords inside, and another bag is filled with light food, and are the only things I'm carrying. I didn't bring a map or a compass. It's a route Ilya showed me with her magic, so all I can rely on is my memory and my instinct. It's 4:10, around the taxi, and 4 hours on foot. I hope that's all the time it'll take. I'll ask the taxi driver to go slow and find the entrance to the forest. I'll get off at the taxi when I find the entrance and continue on foot from there. I'll make it to Ilya's castle before sunset if I take the shortest route. I'll figure out what to do once I've met Ilya.
Shirou.
Huh? Then I hear a familiar voice from behind me. It sounds... Oh.
Shirou.
Huh? It sounds practical and cold, depending on how you hear it. But my name is said politely, with as much intimacy as she can show. Say... I almost say the name, voicing my impossible wish. Wait, I must speak with you before you leave. Right. I turn around and accept reality. Ryder is in front of me. The girl who used to call me with that tone is no longer in this world. Fine, but what is it? I'm actually a little in a hurry, so please make it short. I only have one question. You said you will protect Sakura, but I have not heard your reason for doing so, Emiya Shirou. Are you saying you can't trust me? Correct. I do not know you as well as Sakura does. That's a natural question. Ryder protects Sakura, not me. As a potential ally, she just wants to know my intentions. I'll only say this once, so don't ask me about this again. It's not that I'm putting undue importance on it, it's just not something to go around telling people. Look. I like Sakura. Not only that, last night I gave her my magical energy.
It seems so. Sakura's magical energy was stable this morning. Sakura would have been sick again if she did not get outside provision. What of it?
That's all. I like Sakura. It's the only reason I'm protecting her. It's essential for a man to protect the woman he loves, right?
Then you are fighting for Sakura? Your goal is to save Sakura. You have no intention of letting her obtain the Holy Grail for your benefit?
Well, I am planning to use it. I don't know what the Holy Grail is, but if it can bring Sakura happiness, I'm gonna make full use of it.
Bring Sakura happiness?
Yeah, I've made Sakura suffer until now. So I want to compensate for that by making her happy. Ryder just stands there without saying anything. It seems she understands why I'm embarrassed to tell people about this. Well, Fred, I answered your question, so it's my turn. I have a request to ask of you.
Okay, I shall answer it to the best of my ability.
It's easy. Can you say my name with a different accent than the one you just said? Bro! You can't just be saying that shit, man.
I understand. Shirou is fine.
No, that still sounds weird. Can you make it a little more,
Shirou? 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 No. Shirou?
Ryder struggles as she practices pronouncing my name. Bro, why did you ask her to do this? I guess this won't work. I pushed her too hard and troubled her. She has a sharp image because of her blindfold and her black clothing, but Ryder is actually pretty sociable. I'm just guessing, but I think Ryder's maybe a klutz in her private life? Uh, sorry. Uh, the way it was is fine.
Shiro.
Hmm.
So this is the correct pronunciation? Shiro?
Yeah, it's perfect.
Sorry I asked you for selfish request? Selfish. You did not like to be called with the accents that I used, right? Then I believe it is your right for you to correct me.
That's not exactly right. I did like the way you called me. That's right. I liked it. So I don't want anybody else saying it the same way. I know it's a stupid thing to care about, but she was the only one I wanted to hear call me like that. It's really just something selfish. It's not that it's your fault.
I understand. I shall not inquire about it if you say so.
Alright then. I am going. Leaving Sakura to you, Ryder. I wave to Ryder and start running. I'll go to the intersection and catch a cab. Then I'll go to the suburbs and look for the forest entrance that I saw only once.
Interlude 10:1. And she is left alone. There's no reason for the boy to fight. The one who's no longer a master walks into danger while she, the danger's cause, is resting. That fact depresses her even more. He is headed into the forest. Do you regret it, Sakura? The servant asks her master. The girl doesn't nod, but narrows her eyes and shakes her head once. I can't regret it, Ryder. There's no point now. You are correct. That certainly was a meaningless question. Yes, but it's not all painful. I know it's wrong to say this, but I'm happy. I'm happy that Senpai's doing something for me. But her face is filled with agony. The mouth that says she's happy is heavy, as if bound by a feeling of guilt. But that's wrong. Grandfather will show no mercy. As long as Senpai keeps fighting, there's a chance that he'll die. And most of all, it's troubling for her if he stays in the war any longer. It'll bring a bad fate upon them both. That's why she wants him to simply return to his normal life. She will not last long. That being the case, she wants him to live. But at the same time, she clings to hope. For as long as he fights, she can be with him. Now, it delights her that the person she loves is fighting and getting hurt for her sake. She doesn't want him to fight, but having him fight makes her happy. The two contradictory wishes compete for control within her. What a lie. It's not competing at all. With a pained murmur, she acknowledges the darkness within her. Yes. She wants him to fight. She wants him to save her. She wants him to answer her to make up for all the times he did not. For that reason, he can get hurt. And she thinks about something she shouldn't. She clutches her chest, as if responding to her dark passions. The worm within her stirs against her nerves. It was only for an instant. She imagined him getting hurt for a mere instant, and the worm has begun to violate her once again. Wriggle, 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 wriggle. I'm not going to keep doing this. The squirming in her body makes her ears ring. It melts into her blood, causing a chill to run through her body. The feeling stimulates her, and she thinks that her body is filthy and evil. The worm that melted into her blood becomes a sweet poison heating up her body. The waves threaten to wash her consciousness away. She always thinks with her heated head, that her limbs are too dirty to be called human limbs. Bitter longing easily fills her body as she clings to the ground in a vulgar manner. Her panting does not stop, and her spine feels like mucus. It's no different from the thing entangling her nerves. The worm violates her nerves, and the more she tries to deny it, her consciousness is melted away, and she feels like she is a worm herself. And in the end, an ominous feeling dominates her whole body. Gonna stop for a second so that I can make the fucking dumb joke. Where Sakura asks Shirou if he would still love her if she were a worm. Anyway.
Sakura. It's fine. I'm still alright. More importantly, Ryder, please go with Senpai.
I shall obey if that is an order, but Sakura, you do not have long to live either. To use me is to shorten your remaining life. Is that fine with you?
Yes. I won't last long anyway. I'm fine now, but I lose track of what I'm doing if I let my guard down. My memory becomes more vague by the day, and I can't feel anything in my limbs anymore. Even my sense of time is going, so that a day doesn't flow properly for me. Like today, it feels like it's been a week since I saw Senpai off.
She says it if it's nothing. She has accepted death. She's fighting the ugliness of clinging to hope, and that she has ordered her to protect him. Understood. I shall obey my master and guard Emiya Shirou.
Thank you. I'm sorry, Ryder. If I'm no good anymore, then go make a contract with someone else. I don't want Senpai. But maybe if it's okay with you.
She forces a smile. The servant in black nods and turns her back to her master. An ill wind blows. I'll be using my noble phantasm. Is that permissible?
Yes. Please bring Senpai back if things turns out to be dangerous.
I know. But Sakura, I believe we should be on guard against that priest over the old man. Ryder speaks without looking back. It's a surprise for her. The servant does not state her opinions. She silently does as she is told. She has never shown concern for the way she does now. For her the way she does now.
Yeah, I think so too.
She murmurs as if singing. Her grief dispelled, she is now filled with languorous elegance.
But don't worry, Ryder. He can't beat me.
She smiles like a girl picking flowers. Interlude out. A few minutes walk from the National Highway. Even though I've never seen it in person, the forest entrance looks familiar. It's white like morning mist even during the day. The dim sunlight and fog steal the sense of time from this place. Whoa. Am I really going to be fine? I can't believe how reckless I'm being. I didn't get lost back then because I was watching it through Ilya, but this isn't something I can manage by memory alone. No, I can whine later. I'm desperate, so I just have to go tackle this. I put spirit in myself as I put the bag over my shoulder. It's past noon. It takes about 4 hours to reach Ilya's castle from here, according to what I saw. All I can rely on now is my physical strength, memory, and recollection skills. I walk through the forest. The smell of sap is a bit suffocating. The unpaved path is tiring to walk on. It's been 2 hours and I think I'm following the route Ilya showed me, but it's worrying that there's no sign to confirm that I'm on track. I can keep walking all day because of my training, but mental fatigue is chipping away at my energy. If memory serves, I still have 2 hours to go. I can easily imagine what will happen if I don't end up at the castle in that time. My physical limit is far, but it'll make trivial mistakes with a disturbed mind. Rehydration and monitoring your condition are your highest priorities during mountain climbing, and you have to worry about which foot you step with and the path of the bare rock you're scaling. Even though the forest isn't as dangerous as a mountain, this place is a different kind of danger. Losing your sense of direction, not knowing where you are. There's the danger of getting lost, and who knows what beasts you may encounter. The beasts living in this vast forest are likely to have their territories. When people stray into those territories, you're usually attacked. Walking aimlessly like this is asking to be attacked. And even a straight animal? Oh yeah. Straight animal trail needs to be avoided from time to time. Fortunately, snakes don't seem to exist in this forest. All I see are traces of wild dogs, and even that's rare. I bet there aren't many living things here because of the magic of Iceburn on this forest. But there are a few wild dogs, and there may be far worse things. Like Berserker. Oh, that way's bad. I'll have to watch out on my way home. I go around the thicket that an animal would be lurking in and make my way according to my memory. Discretion is the better part of valor. It's a rule of thumb to simply avoid dangerous places, rather than waiting until the danger confronts you and then running away. But still, this forest seems different from the one Ilya showed me. The air around me feels different. An ominous chill runs down my back with every step. Don't go any further. Get out of this forest now. Nobody will return alive from this forest today. I feel like the swaying trees are warning me. Come to think of it, this smell is... I thought it was sap, but it's not quite right. The sweet smell is nothing like the forest. This is... probably... Hold on. I take out a wooden sword from my bag. I stop, concentrate, and strengthen it within a few minutes. Something's coming. I hear footsteps from the other side of the thicket. I hear sounds among the swaying branches. It's coming. It comes out and heads straight for me. There's my wooden sword. Tensing my arms, I grip the sword and stand ready. That's it! Don't move!
Alright, don't move.
We both freeze. Well... how should I handle this situation?
Wait, can you lower that? This isn't a haunted house, you know.
Sokka lowers her guard first. Oh! Sorry. I follow her example.
What a strange place to run into you. I guess I'd better ask, but you're not just scouting sites for a picnic, are you?
Of course not. What about you? You're not the type to take walks in a forest. What are you planning?
How rude. I do too take walks in the forest. Well, my business today is different.
She protests. The surprising part here is that she's not denying that she's planning something. Tosok, are you gonna fight Ilya? I get right to the point.
And what if I am? You're not a master anymore, so you don't have the right or the duty to meddle with our battles.
I don't. But I'll stop you if you're gonna fight Ilya. I'll do it. No, I'd win.
Why? Are you planning to have Ilya join forces with Sakura?
That's part of the reason. But you won't come out unwounded if you fight Ilya. One of you will end up hurt if you two fight. I don't like that. First of all,
You decided to stop the battles, right? I see you haven't changed your mind.
To fight to stop the battles. Her sharp tone gone, Tosaka shrugs in resignation. Oh. That's Tosaka's real face that she had on before that thing happened to Sakura. What? Can't change it so easily because it's something I decided on.
I figured as much. Jeez. I suspected this for a while now, but...
I don't know why.
Tosaka gives an exaggerated sigh.
You're really stupid, aren't you, Mikun?
She gives a smile that surprises even me.
But this is good. You never learn your lesson, but that's what I expect from you. You should do your best as a clumsy person.
So what's the triumphant expression? Pissing me off.
Now. So I guess you have business with Ilya too. You're really planning to talk with her?
I'm angry, but Tosaka just stares at me with a smile. Damn. I don't know why, but I can never deal with Tosaka in these situations. I feel like I'll back myself further into a corner no matter what I say.
Why are you so quiet all of a sudden? It's not like you.
Yeah, you're right. I'm gonna see Ilya, so don't bother me. I'll chase you away if you don't follow me. Something.
Huh? Oh, you know where Ilya's field lives?
Oh. Shit. Me and my big mouth.
Good. Can you lead me there? I know the general location, but I only have a really old map, and I can't really trust it. It's great if you know where it is.
Hey, no, I told you not to follow me.
Oh. Could you let me be when you're going to talk to Iliasville? If I find her first, she'll be too busy to talk with you.
Are you threatening me? First of all, you're gonna fight her even if we go together, right?
I won't. It's best if we could cooperate with her. Our priority is to kill Zoken, right? I came here to warn her.
Warn her about what?
Mata Zoken's planning something, so I'm going to warn her not to let her guard down. You remember what happened to Castor, right? It'll be our disadvantage if the same thing happens to Berserker. But I was ready to fight her even though I only came to warn her. Considering us, we can't just talk. I thought it can't be helped if we end up fighting after I warned her. I have to beat her eventually, so it's just a matter of time, right? But you seem to have expectations. But I don't have to take risks, and things can end peacefully depending on your efforts. Hey, don't make a difficult expression. I'll go back without doing anything if you can persuade Iliasville. But if you fail, we can beat her together, or I'll help so that we can both escape. How about it? Not a bad deal, right?
A day out from our broken last deal, and you're already like, deal? Deal? Treaty? She really wants to hang out around Shirou as much as she can. Deal or not, you're gonna follow me anyway, right?
Of course not. That's a false accusation. I just happen to be heading in the same direction.
He's the devil. But she'll listen to me, as long as I'm guiding her. Tosaka will fight Ilya if I leave her be, but she'll stay quiet if I take her with me. I'm not too sure about the way either, okay? Don't complain if we get lost.
You don't need to worry. You're heading exactly the way my map says. We won't get lost with your guide and my map.
I sigh loudly, making sure Tosaka could hear it. Something like, oh. Alright, I give up. Let's go to the castle together. You won't fight Ilya, right?
Right. I won't interfere while you're talking with her. She's troublesome if she's your enemy, but she's reliable if she's...
An earthquake? The trees shake. I hear explosions in the distance. This is an earthquake. Something like a typhoon is raging nearby. Tosaka, this is...
Berserker, I guess we're a bit too late.
What? Then Berserker's the one raging around?
Yeah, we're here, so there's only one person Berserker would fight against. What'll you do? I'm going, but will you stay?
There's no time to think. I should see and go with what's going on. I'll go too. That's what I came here for.
Stay behind me. I'll let Archer guide the way. That way you won't get cut down the moment we get there.
Tosaka starts running. Archer takes form, gives me a single glance, then takes the lead. Please be alright, Ilya. Interlude 2, 10. The girl flees the castle with the Black Giant. It is a baffling escape. She has abandoned her castle, the place designed to offer her the best defense, to run to the forest. Danger is approaching. The girl was the first one to sense the unavoidable fact. The enemy is approaching the castle. Because she felt that the enemy is a great one, she maximized the castle's defense and woke up the giant in anticipation of the enemy. The Giant of Steel Berserker. Personification of destruction, who has his sanity taken away and only obeys the girl. With her bodyguard and the castle's protection, she has nothing to fear. She tells herself this, suppressing her unease. But when the enemy draws near, her giant said, "Run." Even the one with no reason left understood that he could not beat the approaching foe. The girl started running at that instant. She knows that. She already knew that. The thing that reached the outer walls is not something they can match. The ominous shadow expands with the sun behind it, and it becomes a great shadow to easily climb over the outer wall. There it is. They will lose. With her aside, Berserker cannot beat that thing. He will lose if he fights it, and Berserker will not be her servant anymore. That is the root of her uneasiness. She ran away from the castle not in fear of her own defeat, but in fear of losing her servant. Which is as valid a reason as any. Black Giant carries her as they make their way through the forest. The uneasiness does not go away, but assails her with increased weight. She can't get away. The girl vaguely understands that she can't get away from this uneasiness and fear, and the Black Giant stops. I'm just gonna say this in normal voice. Oh, such wisdom! You came out here because you know you cannot win. In front of the ow. Oh, such wisdom! You came out because you know you cannot win. In front of them is the withered magus. Next to him is assassin wearing a white skull mask. Mot. She figures out right away that he's the mage of Makiri that she was informed of when she left her home country.
Mato's oaken. So a person that's not chosen by the Holy Grail is acting like a master?
The girl jumps to the ground and confronts the old man. There's no fear in her eyes. The enemy before her is not the terrifying one she sensed.
The Holy Grail does not choose the masters. The Holy Grail is just a vessel. Are you so poisoned by the church, saying that it has a mind and that it consecrates?
The girl coldly glares at him as he laughs. The Holy Grail does not choose, just like the old man says. Masters are chosen by the Grail, and servants are given form with the Holy Grail's power, who can stay in this world with the help of the Masters. The rules are intentionally distorted and spread around. The girl knows the purpose of the Holy Grail war is actually the other way around. The Holy Grail is merely something to be filled. Masters are not chosen, but prepared as part of the ritual. And servants are merely tools used to open the gate.
Aren't you the one poisoned by delusion, Soken? The Holy Grail that becomes the container has no will, but the Great Holy Grail that chooses its master, the Masters, does. You people tried to fill the Holy Grail by summoning heroic spirits because of the prototype is here in this land. Well, I'm sure the Makiri blood declined because you, the person concerned, forgot about such a thing.
Her voice is cold. The old man accepts her scorn with a laugh.
Oh, there's no need.
By the way, I've been hearing his voice, and it is deep. Like Oh, there's no need to worry. Makiri's decline will end now. The matter is about to be completed. The plan was to take part in the next ritual. I was blessed with good game pieces. My earnest desire is about to come true. Like that? But I can't... The other voices ironically easier on my throat. So it's not in my throat, it's like in the back of my... Anyway.
I see. Then do as you wish. I'm not interested in you, and I don't like having vessels besides myself. You're going to fail anyway. I won't bother you, so why don't you go back to the pit where you belong?
You do not need to tell me. The sunlight is tough on this old body of mine, so I'll return to my nest once my business is done. But I get rather uneasy when things run too smoothly, like this. I shall take your body just in case. My dearest wish is virtually complete if I can seize you here.
Hostility lights up the old man. The White Skull gets up, but stops, in contrast to the old man's wish. It's obvious why. The White Masked Assassin is overawed at the giant who's protecting the girl. He has no chance to defeat such a foe. He'll be cut in half with one blow if he steps in. The assassin doesn't move because he's sure of that fact.
Your servant's a coward, just like its master. He doesn't have to fight if he's so scared of dying. Do you two value your lives so much?
There's no reply. Assassin doesn't speak, but his master laughs in his place.
Of course I value my life. My wish is immortality. His wish is for his name to remain forever. We struggle on together in our same goal.
Are you mad? You desire the Holy Grail to grant you immortality?
Hatred shows in the girl's eyes. His grin winds still further. It's as if he was waiting for that scornful reaction.
Of course. Look at this body. It rots by the second, reeking of decay. Melts my flesh and bones, and my brain deteriorates and loses its knowledge. It's pain. You understand the pain of rotting alive.
It's your own fault. The human body cannot endure 100 years of life. Compensation's needed if you want to surpass that. If it's painful, you can be at ease if you die.
The old body trembles. The mage shakes as if racked by coughing and...
I thought so, Einsburn. You people have had the same thought process for 1,000 years. You are just a pet after all. You will never know what it means to be human.
He laughs from the bottom of his heart.
What did you say?
A fool. And listen closely, daughter of winter. For people, there is no regret greater than death. The pain of my rotten flesh becoming the nest for worms is like a pulse in my brain compared to death. The sole escape from the pain is to keep myself alive. Saying you will be freed from the pain if you die is proof that you are not alive. That is why you are a mere puppet. Your hurriedly constructed body should not last for another year. A short-lived artificial product cannot understand human passion.
Right. I don't understand. You're an exception even within the humans. You can't accept your lifespan even though you've lived for that long. I can only think that you're crazy. Do you want to not die so bad?
Of course not. I cannot die. I do not want to die. I have to stay in this world and live on, but I am in my limit. What I need now is a vessel that'll last forever without decay. That's why...
That's why you want to obtain the Holy Grail? You seek the Holy Grail because you're afraid of death?
Is there anyone who does not fear death? Understand, it matters little what conclusions you come to in your life. You cannot overcome the collapse of your body or the end of the world. Let this be a lesson to you. If there is a way to prolong your life, and if it is within reach, humans are creatures that will attain it even at the cost of the world itself.
Then you're saying you'll sacrifice everyone else so you can stay alive?
Of course. I would gladly kill everyone in the world if that would grant my wish. There is no end to human greed. I am sure you will cut down all the trees in this forest if the trees are a medicine to prolong your life, even if they may only prolong your life for a day. Killing a part of the world for another day of life. That desire shall drive you to kill every tree in this world.
I'm gonna guess.
You do not care if the world dies because of your actions.
Oh.
You will not care if the world dies because of your actions. Isn't it natural? Throughout history, humanity has expanded, grown, prospered, and nourished in this way. There is no space for chain reaction now. If humans are going to eventually die off, nobody will care even if I do not act in concert.
The old man speaks happily. After looking at him in surprise,
I'm utterly amazed. You lost your way to that extent?
the girl speaks in a voice not her own.
What? Recall where our desire for a miracle came from. Why we are particular about having human form, and why we are trying to reach an inhuman place while keeping our inhuman form.
His laugh stops. The old mage squints as if peering into the distant sky.
Well said for a puppet. Sir Justice's mimicry is already imprinted in you.
He distorts his face in hatred and glares at the white girl.
Enough talk. The time for play is over. I need your body, but I do not need your mind. I, Makiri Zokin, will take the Einsburn's holy grail.
The old man's shadow creeps across the ground. With that, the pressure on the girl increases. What a yell. The black giant enters battle without waiting for the girl's order.
No, come back, Berserker!
The girl's voice does not reach him. The black giant, accompanied by a whirlwind, mows down the pressing shadow, but... Interlude out. I'm looking around. Give me. Give me 1 sec, guys. I'm gonna leave you guys in the dark and mute for a bit. There's something I need to check. Mm. I'm gonna. Yeah, do that for right now. You can still hear that. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. You should not be able to hear that now. What I'm doing is I'm checking to see how much we have left, and if I think I can squeeze an hour out of it. There's a good amount. Uh, Interesting. I tried looking earlier, but oh, oops, shit. All right, oh, there that goes. Ooh, really? Okay. Huh. Okay, yeah, there's easily over an hour here. Okay. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's woof. This one feels longer than the other one. Damn, okay. Yeah, we're ending here, guys. You guys can uh return top. Oops, shit. Put that back down. Da- yeah. Yeah, end it here for today. Just because, it feels like a nice place to stop. And two, I am I had kind of a full day, guys. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but like I'm tired. I'm also a little late, and I didn't do that whole music thing that I said I was gonna do. I've been procrastinating on doing a thing, and I stopped procrastinating. But that also meant that I didn't actually have as much time to set this all up as I wanted to. But I'll have that done next time. Maybe. But yeah, and just one last time, I want to make sure it's in every stream. In about 2 or 3 weeks or so, basically at the start of my summer break, I will, just for the first week, I'm not going to be doing any streaming, just because I want to take time for myself, do as little work possible. Yeah, that's definitely still water. Do as little work possible, and just kind of focus on resting, because between this and the homework for this and school and my day job and all the other little things that I want to take care of, it's kind of a lot. So I'm going to take that week to try and do as little as possible and just kind of de-stress. I will still be working on some kind of behind-the-scenes stuff on there that you may or may not end up seeing. But just, small heads up. But until then, I hope you guys had a lovely time, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your week. And, take care of yourselves, and don't push your body farther than it probably can go, But, yeah. Hope you guys take care of yourselves. Bye now.